And welcome back to the Daily Wrap. Time for potluck. And Mr. Hirschfield, what are you serving up tonight?
I'm serving up Google, Apple, and 140 other technology companies that have turned, we can look at the stock market, no discount here. This is them turning to the Obama administration and asking that they not side with their own security and military organization, not the FBI, not the NSA, and not have better encryption on our phones. Now, that's a very weird thing. They actually write, strong encryption is the cornerstone of the modern information economy's security. That's 140 companies, prominent technologists, and civil society groups. Now, here's the problem with that. This device is one of the single most important tools in terrorism in the 21st century. And the idea that we think that doesn't need to be watched carefully is a very serious challenge. I get it. The privacy debate is an important one, and personal privacy is sacred in this country, if anything is. But here's the thing. When they go on to say that privacy is a cornerstone to the information economy, this is Apple and Google. Let's be clear. Privacy is a cornerstone to the economy. They have billions of dollars at stake here. And at the very least, they should dial back these sacred claims of privacy and admit their real concern with encryption being weakened is that people will do less business online. There is something fundamentally wrong with these companies, given the billions they have at stake, entering into a fray which has real safety and security implications against terrorism, about kidnapping, about child molesting, and say we're perfectly good with having devices that cannot be cracked even when a court gives a warrant to the FBI or the NSA to do that. At some point, they have lost the thread here. Privacy is sacred. When you have billions at stake economically, less so. I'm going to go back to that same quote. Yes, encryption is critical to the information economy. But if you're Google and Apple, it's critical to the economy. And we should be clear about that.
It's about the economy, stupid.
Something like that.
Your bumper sticker. I was at a party last week, and somebody who really doesn't follow politics all that much, somehow ISIS came up. And she said, I never even heard of this ISIS, even like a year ago. And why are they suddenly this huge terror group? Did they really recruit that fast? Should I be scared? That sort of thing. Legitimate questions from somebody who just does her job every day and takes care of her kids and doesn't live in a little bubble.
A real person.
Right, exactly. And I said, you know what? The reason why they grew so quickly was primarily because of social media, their ability to recruit, but more importantly, their ability to communicate terror.
90,000 tweets a day. If you have one of these in the world today, you can communicate better than most countries could 50 years ago. If you have one of these in your hand today, you have more information than the finest libraries in the world.
We're missing an important element that I got to raise here. There is a solution to this if we believed that the government would use it honestly. You said the critical thing. If you get a warrant to do that, you should be able to do it. How do you do that? If there is a key that the government can have, that once they've gotten that warrant, they can encrypt and get into your phone. The problem is that nobody trusts that the government will only do that with a warrant. If we did, easy solution.
No, Apple and Google said flat out, they're opposed to that even if you have the warrant.
Because they say if somebody can get through, anybody can get through.
They don't want it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got to move on to something else. Something else that people don't want done is Congress. This is my turn getting a raise. Now, House Minority Whip Steny Hoyer wants a raise, and many other members of Congress do as well. They mostly earn $174,000 a year, but they haven't gotten a bump in pay in 7 years. Now, before you answer whether they deserve a raise, factor in this. Americans work roughly 240 days a year. Members of Congress, 135 to 155 days per year. So, this is almost like a yay or nay, but does Congress deserve a raise given their approval ratings are so low, their job performance therefore is deemed as so low, but yet it's 7 years and there is a cost of living thing that goes on, and they might have to maintain 2 houses?
Right, that's the key. Deserve a raise? Absolutely not. recognize that most of them do maintain 2 households, and that 50-year-olds, however poorly they're doing at serving their nation, shouldn't be sleeping on sofa beds with someone else in the next room. So let's do it that way. Let's build in a housing allowance on a need basis so that people can live with dignity and comfort while they're serving the country, even if they do it badly. But merit-based pay for Congress? That's
oxymoron.
that is the definition of an oxymoron.
Rick, you said before that actually some members of Congress, actually live in their offices.
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's amazing.
I don't think you pay people because they need it. I think you pay people because they earn it. And if they're not earning it, then they can go somewhere else where they can make more money or not need 2 households.
How about an alternate system of paying Congress? Let each district be responsible to pay their own congressman. They're the ones who send these bums to office. They all get together. Nobody likes them. The only people who like these congressmen are the people who send them there. Let them decide if they want to give them a raise out of their money, because I don't want my money to
Okay. Here's my solution. It's very simple. Do the thing that we did in college. You get a roommate. That cuts down the rent, right? So, but your roommate has to be a member of the other party. So imagine Paul Ryan,
Big
Alan
reality
Grayson,
show.
they got to
They'll
get
kill
real
each
along.
other.
The reality show and the advertising
It'll pay
pays
for
for
itself.
the rent.
They'll kill each
Exactly. Yay or nay is next. Stick right there.